Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are watching us from. I am Comfort Eyitayo, your regular host for Connect with Comfort show. Today, I have a young and an aspiring entrepreneur with me for hosting the show in the person of Ms. Anna Ayomide. Hannah, say good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm glad you are able to join us today. You are welcome. The topic of today's show is automating your business. In today's fast-paced world, it's becoming increasingly important to adopt new technologies to remain competitive. Automating your business is one such step that can help you streamline your operations, save time and money, and improve the overall efficiency of your business. In the session today, we'll be discussing the benefits of automation, the different tools and technologies available, and how to go about implementing them in your business. We'll also be hearing from the expert in the field who will share his experience and insights on the topic. Please stay connected while we go on short break before we bring in our guest of the day. Thank you.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it. There's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A.
You don't try to build a wall. You don't set out to build a wall. You don't say, I'm going to build the biggest, baddest, greatest wall that's ever been built. You don't start there. You say, I'm going to lay this brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. And you do that every single day. And soon you have a wall. And soon you have a wall.
I've never really viewed myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is ridiculous, sickening work ethic. You know, while the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working.
The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams, that want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. There's no easy way around it. No matter how talented you are, your talent is going to fail you if you're not skilled. You know, if you don't study, if you don't work really hard and dedicate yourself to being better every single day, you'll never be able to communicate with people, with your artistry, the way that you want. So
Make a choice, right? You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. Confucius said one time, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right. This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it.
yeah.
Period.
You are welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that inspirational video, making us to realize that we need to work hard at what we desire to achieve. My guest today is Sam Naik. He is a business consultant and transformation expert and coach. Together, we shall be exploring the topic, automating your business. Sam, you are welcome. We thank you for sparing time to join us and your willingness to share part of your great experience with our audience today.
Thank you very much, Comfort. I really appreciate and I find this as a privilege to be on this platform with you. And I hope a lot of people will from this as well.
Thank you very much. So without much ado, I'll just start straight with the first question. What are the benefits of automating your business processes?
All right. I think first thing first is for us to think about this statement from a marketing guru, which we know as Peter Drucker. He said, there are two questions every business owner must keep on asking himself or herself. And those two questions are, what is business and how is business? So a lot of people understand very well what is business. How is business is where people miss it. And part of understanding how is business is that one way to understand how is business is the introduction of automation, automating your business. So in today's business world, if anybody wants to initiate growth or make the most of impact, it has become a necessity for you to delegate in terms of automating your business. You don't necessarily have to be there for things to get done. So I will say, most importantly, at this time of the world, it is high time we started understanding that there is something about working on the business and there's something about working in the business. Working in the business means you must be there. You must be there at every point in time to attend to your customer. But working on the business is that you have set up something in place that you can be somewhere else. You can even be sleeping. You can sit down and be thinking about the business. You are working on the business. You can be far away, miles away from the business, but you are working on it. You are trying to do every other thing to ensure the business is in place, the business keep growing. But working in the business is when you sit down to respond to all the customers that engages you. So working on the business is better, but you can't work on the business if you have not set up automation that can make the business, run.
Thank you very much. So telling us that we need to automate our business to be more effective and more efficient. Of course, automating our business means we have to embrace technology. It's with technology that we can automate our business. Thank you for that insight. What are the types of tasks that can be automated in a business? Having understood that we need to use or apply technology to automate our business. So what are the
Yeah.
type of tasks?
Okay. So just as we now understand that automating our business will help us to save time. So what is critical is that if you want to save time and you want to have greater profitability, you then understand that there is need for us to automate our business. So what the areas and the things you can automate, if I get the question very well, there are certain areas. Yes, the first thing is we are in the world of social media, and to a very large extent, people even sell on social media. Social media is a place you can also do your business. So there is social media automation. There is a way you can automate everything you do on social media. For example, for example, if a small business owner is on social media, Instagram or Facebook, and if anybody sees your picture of the clothes that you are selling, if they click the picture, something should quickly respond to them that thank you for clicking on for clicking on this picture. Would you like to buy this or this offers that we have for you? This and that. So that is one type of automation that you can do, social media automation. If you want to take it higher, we can talk about email marketing automation in such a way that you send mail, somebody sends you a mail for inquiry, something, there's an automation in place that quickly respond to that mail to say thank you for sending us a mail. These are our processes. If you want A, B, C, D, these are the way we go about it. That's email marketing automation.
Thank you very much. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much. I get what you are saying, that part of the task or some of the tasks that we can automate include marketing, include customer services. In fact, it can include accounting businesses. Most tasks that are repetitive in accounting are automated now for effectiveness. Also, the inventory can also be automated. So thank you
Yeah.
very much for that. What would you consider as factors that before we automate our business, we should have as a process for the business itself?
Okay, I would say that every kind of business, anyone who is really, really going far in any business must think about automation. Okay, so it's gone are the days that people will say because you are a big business, it's a 1 billion business, setup, then you require automation. No, a solopreneur can start automation. All right. So the moment you realize that you can do other things, the moment you realize that people have to reach out to you, people want to talk to you. In fact, on WhatsApp, people just want to say hi. The moment they say hi to you, something needs to respond to them and say, oh, hi, I am Sam Nike. These are my services. These are this, that. So at the point where you realize that you need to respond to customer, at that point, every kind of such business needs automation. So I will not say that these are the exact things you need to see. It's a part of process that if you want people to see your business as a serious business, if you want customers to feel like, oh, I have someone to respond to me quickly, if you want customers to feel like, oh, I am being attended to on time, that kind of business need automation. So any business that requires that customers wants to talk to you or somebody wants to make inquiry requires automation.
Okay, thank you very much. In the business process, if you need like automatic response, you need to think of automating that process. Very correct. As well as if your business is labor intensive and is of repetitive nature, where you can gain time, speed, accuracy, definitely automation is for you. Thank you very much for that. I will ask my young entrepreneur to ask the next question. Anna, please go ahead.
How can automation improve customer satisfaction in a business?
Sam, I hope you got that.
I didn't get that. I'm sorry. Missed that.
How can automation improve customer satisfaction in a business?
Yes, for there is something we call CRM, customer relationship management. So automation is very important and critical when it comes to CRM. There are all aspects of customer relationship will be handled. So there is no way this will not improve customer satisfaction because every customer wants to be attended to. Every customer wants an answer at every point in time. So what automation does for you is that at some point it helps you to eliminate some errors. All right, as human, sometimes we have issues of life. We have some things disturbing our minds, and then you are trying to respond to a customer when you are supposed to type why, you are typing where. There's an error can happen, but when it comes to automation, you already set everything in place. So it's the machine that is responding to people. You can cut down error to the barest minimum level. All right. So I feel in that regard, automation can help improve customer satisfaction because the customer gets the exact response he or she wants to hear.
Thank you very much. That is even part of what you alluded to initially when you said the quickness in response, that customers get quick response because the system or processes are automated, as well as you are able to discern what your customer needs, the requirements of customers, the likes of customers, if you can use that word, because you can, from time, plot the trend and then decide the best one that the customer wants, and then the kind of options the customer would go for, where you have the analysis of the pattern of requests from customers. So automation is very key in getting customer satisfaction. Thank you very much. What are the risks associated with automating a business process?
Yes, so the risk associated with automating a business process also is the same thing as the benefit associated with it. So one of the risks that you can come across in that way is that some people automate their business and they forgot that automating your business is machine that is responding to people. It's AI kind of, all right? It's not human, all right? So somehow there is a way you have set everything in place, and somehow the automation does not 100% in some cases answer customers, desire, customers, what customer really wants to get. At that point in time, there might be need for for human to come in, and relate with the customer that is on the other hand. Another thing to think about is that some people, set their automation in place. For example, now I've had people that I want to buy something from on Instagram, and then I said hello, hi, and then I start to see the messages. I know this is one is automated messages, all right? So the person had forgotten that he had put automation in place. Then he kept on doing other things, all right? Automation will only respond, but there will be a time that you have generated the lead to a point where you need to convert the customer. So at that point in time, there might be a human factor that needs to come in. So some people set automation and forget, and they leave it there. So those are a few of the certain risks that is associated with automation. When you don't consider the human factor, there is a time human factor needs to come in. If you fail to come in at that time, the customer now understand that machine is talking to me, and then you are not doing exactly what I want you to do.
Thank you very much for that good insight. We must realize at every point in time, even with all the best technology in the world, that we can have glitches. We must realize that machines sometimes cannot perfect what human beings can. So sometimes we need human intervention. And that's what you are saying to us, that we need to also bear that in mind. That is the possible risk. Because as they say, garbage in, garbage out. Sometimes perhaps what you have loaded as response to customer may differ from what the specific information the customer needs at a particular time. But because it's automated, machine will give you whatever it is that you feed it. So definitely we have to bear that in mind at all times and know when we need to have intervention. Even though we know there's a lot of benefits, far more benefits than there is risk. We will go on a short break now and we'll be back. Please remain connected. Thank you. You are welcome back. And thank you, I guess, for staying with us. The next concern that we have is on tools and technologies used for automating business processes. If you can kindly share that with us, tools, popular tools and technologies that can be used for automating business processes.
Okay, so I hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, loud and clear.
Okay, so there are software, different softwares. I'm not a major in software, development, but as a business consultant, I understand the importance of putting automation in place. So when I consult for business owners, I let them understand that I will share with you why it's important for you to set up different automation, system for your business. However, there are experts also in automation itself. So in general, there are software that can help to to automate your business. They call them BPMS or BPA, business. I, I'm having like I'm hearing some. I don't know. Am I? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, so they call them BPMS, Business Process Management Systems. So there are several tools. There are several AI. There are chatbots. There are chat GPA, GPT. That people
GBT.
can use. To automate several aspect of their businesses. So majorly, pretty much is about one. In fact, on social media, Facebook, for example, Instagram also, they have their own, inbuilt automation. There's a way you can create that automation from that app. So there are several apps that one can use to do that. And the one that I know covers everything is when we talk about CRM, customer relationship management system. That one, there are several, automation, channels that you can use there to reach out to your customers.
Thank you. Understandably, what we need to do, depending on your type of business, you need to look at the app that gives you what would align with your business goal. And the best way these days, you can even Google it if you are not sure of the uh, various apps that are out there. You can Google the one that relates to your business and then look on how to get that. So many tools are available, many apps are there to go on to automate your business process. Thank you very much. Our next question will come from our young entrepreneur, Miss Anna. Please go ahead with your question.
What are the cost implications of automating a business process?
Yeah, the cost implication, Hannah, will be that I saw a study that says you will, if anybody tries, if any business owner that tries to invest in automation, you are going to get 40% return of whatever you put in, as to in terms of revenue when you do that. So when we talk about cost implication, it depends on the kind of business one is doing. There are types of automation that when you set it up, it's going to cost you a lot in terms of business, but I can guarantee that you are going to get return on investment for that which you have done. So I believe it depends on the business that will determine the cost implication. For example, if I want to automate something on Instagram, it costs so much, and a lot of depending on the business. If I'm selling maybe say um, key holders or maybe slippers, there are all these small business owners that they just come on Instagram. You cannot go and invest so much on automation because how much are you getting from what you are doing? So you have to look at the business you are doing before you determine the kind of automation AI system that you want to deploy into it. So some are actually free, but some is going to cost you, as little as maybe 5,000 Nigerian naira and so forth.
Thank you very much. So simply put, it depends on the stage the level of automation that you want to embrace, the stage at which you are coming in, and the extent you are willing to go that will determine the cost. And for small business owners, they are advised to start small. There are still some ways they can even automate their processes uh, with next to nothing in terms of cost, because there are some free apps and all that they can start with, get used to it, and when they are aiming to go further, then they go for the other higher end. So which means you can scale your automation process. You
Yes.
start small and grow it as the need uh, as the need comes to form.
Arises, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. So how can automation improve the efficiency and productivity of a business?
Yes. For example, I can I can say that automation will lead to better customer experience. So when a customer understands now that I have a better experience with this particular business owner, that will make the customer to talk to another person, will refer you and all of that. So that in a way is improving, the efficiency and the is improving your brand reputation, in the presence of other people that want to come and buy from you or do business with you. Another way for in which automation can improve productivity is that when you set automation in place, you don't have to sit down with your system. You don't have to sit down to respond to every customer. Some people, in a way, their business is killing them. Why? Because they are there to respond to every single customer, and it's not all the customer that will buy eventually. So automation will improve your productivity in the sense that you have set something to respond to them as regards any question they want, so that you can focus on other areas of the business. So in that way, is improving your productivity. You are doing more than you were doing before, that you have to sit down to be the one to do everything. You have set the process in place. You can go to sleep and think productively and creatively about other ways to improve the business.
Thank you very much. So in a nutshell, automation helps efficiency of businesses through the speed we are able to achieve with automation, the quantum of what you are able to produce or services you are able to render with the help of automation increased increases by the speed. And then we are also assured of the completeness. There are little wastages as we obtain with human processes or manual processes. Automation, the machines are able to produce more accurately, and then we maybe even more completely. So to that extent, you can look at the business being efficient and more productive. Thank you for that. How can businesses determine which processes are best suited for automation? How can you determine which process of your business is suited for automation?
I think you have to look for tasks that are repetitive. Look at your manpower availability. The most important place to look is at your process. Where are the point of failures? So the moment you notice the point of failures, these are the places where you must begin to put automation as as a way of salvaging the situation, if I get the question right. At that
Yes.
point, you notice that there are failures in these areas. Oh, for example, for let's take for instance, I wanted to say last year I held my conference, one of my yearly conference, Get Ahead conference. So what I did is that the previous years I realized I know where I encountered some failures, why people did not attend very well. So what we did is this is to set up, a banner like a flyer for the event, and then the moment people click that um, program, a message comes to them to say quickly, we saw that you clicked this program. Now we then have answer for people who just click and didn't say anything. We have answer for people who click and signify that they will come. We have a message that we go to them and tell them this is the date, this is the plan, this is what the conference is all about. The people that only saw it and didn't take any action, there is a message that goes to them to say, we saw that you click and you didn't take any action. So when I realized that I had issue with lead generation and conversion for the conference the previous year, I then know that these are the areas where I have problem. So I now set up automation to keep talking to them every day till the last day of the conference to remind them to say, oh, you said you will be coming. Today is the day and the time is 10 a.m. So these are the things you must do to make sure that you come. If you are coming, get yourself ready, get a bottle of water for yourself. You are trying to just make them have a feeling like this person is talking to me. They will not. In fact, at a point in time, I believe some people in my contact said I didn't let them rest. So that's what automation does for you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. And once again, I want to appreciate you highly for this great insight that you have shared with us today, and making us to benefit from your wealth of experience. Thank you. I hope next time when we call on you, you avail us of your presence and knowledge.
It will be
Thank
my
you very
pleasure.
much. Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Thank
Anna, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
you. Okay.
Welcome.
We are at the wrap up. We are at the wrap up session. We have heard from our guest, who is the expert in the house. We've considered some benefits of automation, which include increased efficiency, lowering of cost of production or services, reduced errors because machines can work faster and more correctly, and improve scalability. That is, we can go step by step towards our main goal. We have also been told areas where we can apply automation, which include marketing, customer services, accounting, inventory, and management, including payroll. There are other ones, just mentioning a few of them. We looked at different possibility of looking at different tools, but this one will have to depend on the business that you are doing. And one sure way to know if you are not very conversant with the tools is to Google it, state the type of business you are doing, Google and search for the types of tools or software that are available that can be suitable for your type of business. We also know the benefits of automation. Part of the benefit of automation, apart from increased efficiency and productivity, is that it affords new opportunities for your employees to develop new skills and take on more complex tasks, which in return also increase productivity and hopefully will manifest in increased income. Return on investment is better and more improved when you automate, for the same reasons that we have pointed out, because businesses can go more efficient and produce more because of automation. For scalability, moving your business to the next level, automation also allows you to do that. In conclusion, automating your business can bring a multitude of benefits. We've mentioned efficiency, repetitive tasks can be automated, and you can be free of error to a large extent than you can be assured when you are doing manual. However, automating your business is not a one-time fix-all solution. It requires careful planning, implementation of that plan, and ongoing maintenance to ensure that systems are functioning as intended and that they are meeting the needs of your business. It is also essential to consider the potential impact of automation on your employees, including how it will affect their roles, whether they will require additional training or support. In short, while automating your business can bring significant benefits, it's also crucial to approach it with caution to ensure that you are making informed decisions that will support your business long-term successes. We have talked about apps, we have talked about tools, even though I said you can get some free, but be very mindful of free apps and tools because some of them come laden with viruses. So be very careful, make informed decisions so that you don't get into trouble. I'll ask our online audience if we have more questions that we need to address from them at this particular point in time. Technical crew, do we have more questions? Okay, so if you have more questions, even after the show, you know you can always reach out with your questions and we'll always make effort to get back to you with responses to them appropriately. At this point in time, I would like to appreciate all our audience for your continued support, for joining us always, and for making us realize the aim for this show, that is building business enterprise and personal growth. I hope you have learned one or two things today. I also want to appreciate my co-anchor, my co-host of today, our young entrepreneur, Anna Ayomide. Thank you very much, Anna, for joining us today and for co-hosting this show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. In form of announcement, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Comfort Eyitayo. Once you have subscribed, please turn on the notification button, like and share our videos. Stay updated with information about upcoming events, solutions, and offers on my Instagram account, Comfort Eyitayo, as well as my Facebook at Comfort Eyitayo. Till I come your way again, continue to evolve strategies to achieve the best automation that is suitable for your business. Thank you very much. God bless.